So this last one is some forwards. That's why I put Tracy McGrady with this dude. But I don't know. Maybe I did this guy dirty. So it's Paolo Banchero, Pau Gasol, and Draymond Green. And I switched Tracy McGrady for Pau Gasol because I feel like besides the playoff success, like with his numbers and his skill set, he's too good. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping, and maybe he is in that range, you know?
I'm going Draymond Green.
I'm going either Draymond or Pau, but it's not. Hassan thinks it's clear. I don't think it's clear.
So no Paolo, no Paolo.
No Paolo.
Okay.
I don't know, man. If because
Paolo's
it's really early, but like he did lead his team to the playoffs in his second year, you know,
Of
and
course
he's an
he did.
all-star. So that's why this is a heavy projecting.
for Paolo.
Because he's like, I've even seen Braun comps for him thrown around there. So it's like,
What do you feel?
Yes,
I don't see it. The playmaking is not there, but I see the offensive game in that perspective.
What do you see his like career looking like? You know, I know it's his second year, but what do you see his career looking like?
2 rings.
2 rings because
As a number
that's
2 or
pace
3?
because Pau is 2 rings. You know, like
But it's
You
like,
have to hit 2 at
he was
least.
a number 2. Like he was for sure
Yeah,
number 2, and
of
he
course.
wasn't like a demon. Like he was just a solid number 2.
he was
right?
very impactful. He was
So,
he was needed.
So it's like and Draymond, he's not even number 2, but he's on a dynasty as like a super role player.
Again, impactful on their team.
DPOY,
Very
though.
impactful.
DPOY,
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
lot
say.
of all defensives.
So,
Exactly.
but right
4-time
now,
chip.
Paolo is the number 1 option. He's an all-star. He's only getting better. That's why for him it's super heavy projecting. How good do you think he's gonna be? That's really the main question.
not
of
2
this.
rings.
This is good
as a
cross-
one, not
But
2
I
rings,
don't.
know.
But this is good cross matching
Even
because
if
of
he
different style of
if he
player.
gets 1 ring as a 1, I think that's more valuable than what Pau Gasol did, in my
And
opinion.
Draymond has 4 rings.
Yes,
That doesn't-
Yeah,
but he's
Come
but
on,
he's
man.
but
4
he's
rings?
he's
One takes out 4.
he has one
but
job.
no.
It's play defense and
But
pass
okay,
the ball.
without him, they don't have any rings.
I'm not saying they do, but it's like Paolo has way more responsibility than Draymond.
Okay, but that doesn't.
I don't
take
know.
out
I
4
think you're
rings.
glazing. Like
This is a
It's
good
Draymond,
4 rings.
Draymond-
You know how many
I'm
4
not-
rings is?
Draymond's not even better than Tracy McGrady though. Like
All time?
no.
Oh my goodness.
He's just a winner because he's on a dynasty, not because of him.
He
didn't-
contributed to the dynasty though. Without him, nothing
Look,
happens.
he's a
It's
Hall
not
of,
a dynasty
he's
without
a Hall
him.
of Famer, but he's not
This
a
is
better
rage
player
rate.
than Tracy McGrady, and he never will be. I'm
We're
sorry.
talking about
He impacts the
career
game of
accolades,
basketball
like-
more than Tracy McGrady did. You
No,
can't
he
just
do-
look
no,
at
he
scoring and
doesn't.
say,
No, he
"Oh,
doesn't.
Tracy McGrady's good." He didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs. He doesn't impact basketball at all besides scoring the basketball.
Yeah, if the question is like who's gonna have a better career, like accolades mean a lot more than
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's
And
in-
Draymond has more accolades.
Yeah, I honestly
it's-
I agree with.
But that's not individual. He doesn't have the individual accolades.
But
It's
his
all
defensive
team
accolades.
accolades.
DPOY.
Besides that, okay,
All
DPOY.
defensive teams, 4 all-star teams.
How many All-Stars? You have 3?
Yeah, that's good enough.
I think Paolo's about to surpass him in 2 seasons.
Okay, but then is he gonna have a DPOY? Is he gonna be on the all-defensive team? Is he gonna have 4 championships? No.
No, but can Paolo have 4 championships as a number 4 option? Probably. I'm
No.
sure if he was
He
a number
probably
4
could.
on
No,
the fucking
still would probably
Celtics,
could. What
he'd
are the
be
odds?
cooking.
It could happen, bro.
No, it's still hard.
You're saying it's improbable, right?
4
I think
championships
it's
as
possible.
Draymond
as a
Green,
4th option is
what
still
Paolo
improbable.
averaged in his rookie year, Draymond has never averaged that in his career.
Yeah.
Okay, but
this
him
is
as a
true.
4th option, he's not averaging 20.
Who?
Say it again.
Paolo as a 4th option.
Paolo would never need to be a 4th
Fourth-
option.
exactly.
What's the point
That's
of
what-
this?
that was
Draymond
his
as a
whole
number
point.
1 option would never average 20.
That's not his game.
Draymond's taking 20 shots to get
Okay,
12 points.
I'm telling you,
But
like,
he's saying if he's a 4th option, he could win 4 chips. I still don't think that will happen. 4 chips in today's modern NBA.
bro,
is
if he was
not
on
possible.
the Celtics right now, they would have already won the finals. I don't know
Hassan,
how.
but you're
it would
taking a
100%.
product. You're taking a product.
His
Hassan,
stats
Hassan.
obviously won't be the same.
Hustle, you're taking the product of someone who played with the 2 best shooters of all time under the best team of all. Like these are like you got to think about these things. Paolo's a number 1
Okay,
option
but
on a
Paolo's a-
rebuilding on a new team on a young
Paolo's a
team.
If you don't tell me
potential.
that he's a huge part of them being
Dog,
what they are, then they
Do
wouldn't
you
have
think-
won chips.
Hold on. By the way,
100% guarantee
what
you.
if
He is
Paolo
a
gets
big
like
part.
12 or 14 all-star, like 8 All-NBA appearances when he's like a little like he's
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
gonna
into
say
that.
Draymond's
12 or
better 'cause
14.
There's no way you're gonna say Draymond's better than this
Alright,
guy, right?
Finish off his career stats.
Okay, high end, he
Let's
wins a
take
ring.
Damian Lillard's stats just to compare him. Okay,
I don't think
eight
Damian's
All-Stars
better.
and 7 All-NBAs.
He could do that, and
With
Lillard's
no
better.
ring, in his
no
own
rings.
career.
And Lillard's better than
With
Draymond.
no rings. He's
And
still
Lillard's
better than
No,
Draymond
no,
Green.
Come on,
No.
you don't?
Are you kidding?
Because
How?
I think, yeah,
He's bro.
Is Damian Lillard better than Draymond Green?
no,
Whoa.
he doesn't impact the game of basketball
I
more
see
than
what-
Draymond
I
Green
see
does.
where you
Bro,
stand.
you're
doesn't.
tripping. You're
I actually-
glazing.
Dude, what has he done? What has Damian Lillard done?
Draymond Green, the only reason he's cemented in legacy is because he was drafted to a dynasty team. And I'm not saying he didn't impact their winning. He was important to that. But if he was on the fucking Pistons, he would not be the same person.
That's all I hear. All I'm talking about is facts.
Draymond averaged more than 15 points per game on another
That's
team.
not his game. I'm talking about impact
the-
in basketball.
he
He
can't
impacts
do
the
it.
game of basketball more than Damian
Oh
Lillard
my
does, and
God.
it's shown in
Is
his
Rudy
career.
Gobert better than Damian Lillard? He has 4 DPOYs.
No, but he doesn't. He doesn't.
We
have
doesn't
anything else.
impact the game of basketball.
What
Damian
else does he
Lillard.
do? Look, he only has 4 DPOYs.
that's the
wise. What else
same
does he
fucking.
do?
The only argument between Draymond and
Draymond
Rudy
does way more
Gobert
than
is that
Gobert.
Draymond won. That's the only
He has
difference.
He has
So-
all stars. He has 4 DPOY.
so how-
he has the
He's a
DPOY
better
and he has
passer
4
too.
championships.
He's a
So
better
does
passer.
Rudy Gobert has all stars
Hassan.
too.
Okay, so without Draymond Green, they don't win any
Hassan,
championships
Hassan,
at
don't
all.
disagree with
It's
you.
4.
Pause,
How many?
Hassan, this is all attributed to the team thing. Draymond's whole
Okay, yeah.
career. Draymond's whole career is attributed to team. The people that we're mentioning, Paolo Banchero, even Damian Lillard, these are like players who are like making their career off them. Without Draymond being on the Warriors, he doesn't have what he is.
And with Klay Thompson wouldn't be who he is, and Stephen Curry wouldn't be who
I
he
agree,
is.
but
100%.
That's that you
It's a
agree. You're
puzzle.
agreeing to that. You're like
Okay,
you're attributing
so
to my
everybody
point.
attributes to the whole puzzle, and that's
So
why
why are
they-
you giving
they're
him all
so
the
great.
credit
They're
for the
so impact.
chips?
Because
Yeah.
that's what he did. It's facts. It's
No,
proven
you-
in history. It has it in history.
Yeah,
Bro,
in this-
how are you
in this
giving
argument-
how are you giving him all the credit for the chips?
I
But
didn't.
then-
I didn't say 100%.
You
credit.
did. You're saying,
I'm
oh,
saying
but he
without
has
him.
4 chips and no one will pass that.
Because
But
they
it-
all
like it
have a
was all
certain
him.
percentage of. Okay,
Relax.
Curry wouldn't win a chip without him. 100% correct. Right?
Yeah,
He
I
wouldn't have,
agree.
he wouldn't have 4 chips.
But he wouldn't have
Klay
one
wouldn't
chip
have 4
with Curry or
chips.
Clay
They
or
all-
Kerr.
Exactly. They all
Hassan,
fit
give me
each
a-
other.
Hassan, give
You
me a
can't
real-
just say he wouldn't
Hassan,
because he's done it.
Hassan.
But
We're
Damian
talking about
Lillard,
facts.
Damian Lillard
These
has
guys are
never
it.
been in a
Hassan.
position to rely on these type of role players.
Okay,
I'm-
that's life.
Hassan, can you give me a percent?
So,
Probably
but
his
what-
fault too.
let me give a
Yeah,
basic.
so why
example.
are you giving that for Draymond? Because he was
Because
in a
he's
good
done it.
situation and against Damian Lillard
Guys.
in a bad situation.
He's
Guys,
still
hold on,
because he's
hold
done
on.
it.
Hassan.
He has done it.
I want to ask a question. Let's look at it like a pie chart, right? So the first time they won the chip, right? When they beat LeBron. How much percent of success are you giving to Draymond?
A lot.
And
He didn't
Curry
even-
and
What?
Clay. Give me a
Iguodala
reason
percent.
won
they don't-
Finals
Hold on,
MVP.
give me a percent.
The
Give me a
reason,
percent.
the reason
There's
they don't
Iguodala,
have.
there's
Can I
Curry.
speak?
Yeah.
You're asking me. Give me a percent. Give me a percent. You're not even letting me finish the answer or give you an answer in the
It's a
first
number.
place.
It's a number answer to my question.
Okay. First off, they wouldn't. The reason they don't have 5 rings is because of Draymond Green.
You're not answering my question still, by the way.
Okay, but that contributes to your question. He's put a lot. He has a lot of percentage in the first ring, and the second ring.
Give me a number. I need a number.
75%.
75.
No way,
Yeah.
bro.
Is
no
that
way.
outlandish to you?
wait
Does that
up.
seem insane?
75 is a lot. But
No.
I do.
So
I-
Curry being less than 25.
So you're saying Curry's 25%?
3
No,
divided
no.
by 100. What's 3
even
divided by
less.
100?
Clay Thompson's a
That's
0.
33.
Best. Clay
Huh?
Thompson 0. Iggy
33.3.
0.
Okay, 33.3%.
Okay, so Finals MVP, how much credit does he get?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Finals MVP.
I
Iggy.
think that was a
Iguodala, how
fluky.
much
I think
credit
that was
does
a
he get for
fluky ass
that?
Finals MVP in my opinion.
So like 20.
I agree a little bit, but like,
Yeah,
he still
like-
gets like he
So like
did.
LeBron
20.
should have won Finals
20%,
MVP,
right? He gets like 20. Should he get like
It was
20?
a team effort.
So like 15. Oh,
15.
Iggy.
I say Curry should get like most
60,
of the
right?
percentage.
65?
Like, more like 50 at least. 50.
At least.
Yeah.
Because he's the best player on the team by far.
I feel like him and Clay should get equal amount of percentage. And if you don't think Clay's better than
I'm-
Damian Lillard, I don't think you should think Draymond's better than Damian Lillard, in my opinion.
I think Clay's better than Damian Lillard too. I really do.
I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. I just
You're
can't.
serious, right?
I
This
can't
guy has
get
4
behind that,
rings,
bro.
and his impact on basketball
but
as being a
it's-
number 2. Do you think
wait,
Scottie
wait.
Pippen's better than Damian Lillard?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think what's another big
But he
number
won
2?
6 championships, and he was a multi-time All-Star. Draymond Green is
Tony
3
Parker,
All-Star
Ginobili. Who do
appearances.
you want to say?
What's his name has multiple All-Stars too? 5, right? I
Who?
think we talked about Clay.
Let me check. Let me
4 or
double check
5?
before I talk.
4 or
4 is
5.
not impressive to me. I'm gonna
But
be
still, I'm saying like the
and a
championship
lot of that was a
aspect
byproduct of winning.
is
Like,
not-
Four
these
on
guys
that
aren't winning
team
4
is because of the
championships.
Warriors' team success. That's why they
But
have
the
it.
thing
Yeah,
you're
well,
not
well,
your thing you're not thinking about is that everybody contributes to the success, and if you take out these key pieces, there's no success at all.
I get what
No,
you're saying.
I-
though.
So you can't say that.
I
That
get
argument
what
is
you're
mute.
saying. No,
No,
I get
bringing
what
you're
that
you're
not
up.
understanding us because we're saying everyone contributed to it, but you can't give him all the credit for it.
I'm
either.
not.
You said
He gets the
75
credit
off
because
the
But
bat.
you're using the 4
I said
chips.
I changed it to 33.
okay.
You're using.
Nah,
You're
but-
saying
okay,
the
but-
4 chips is like he was the main reason.
Like
for it.
2 or
No,
KD.
he was a big
2 or
part.
KD.
when we're talking about, in my opinion,
Even
I'm
those
on-
are even
at
less
5.
percentage than he was
I'm
responsible
rolling-
for.
In
in my
2022,
opinion,
we couldn't have won it without him either.
in my opinion, I'm rolling with Hassan.
I agree. No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you could have won a single one without him. I'm just saying you can't give him the responsibility that Damian Lillard shoulders, and that type of responsibility because Draymond Green is able to be so good at what he does is because he has all these guys around him make his job so much easier. If Damian Lillard had that, I'm sure he would be winning championships and
What
doing all
happened
this
this
other
year?
shit.
What happened
Well,
this year?
his best player was out, and he had a fucking idiot.
And he
at head
injured
coach,
too.
so-
He got injured too
All
in the
right,
middle
we'll
of
see
the
how
playoffs.
the current.
I
we'll see
also-
how his
I don't-
current-
Those fools almost pulled it out with just Damian Lillard, and they even almost fucking won a
For
game
one
with Malik
series.
Beasley going crazy.
Chris
so.
Mitty.
Mitty.
series.
Chris Mitty.
Honestly, like
Yeah,
and for
he
the
was-
for the last
I
like
got him more.
for the last like 4 to 5 years in the Blazers, I think it's Dame's fault that he didn't just get out of there. You know what I mean?
Facts.
The writing was on the wall for years. You know what I mean? So it's like I get that he was in a bad situation, but you kind of like at some point, you know, it became a meme of him.
Staying
I'm
there.
I mean,
not
yeah.
running from the grind. You know what I mean? Like he
It's true.
should have left and pursued a better team because it's not. No one would have really faulted him for leaving that trash organization. But it's it's like somebody, in my opinion, I'm rolling a little more with Hassan on this one because
You
I
got
think
no
that
consideration for Paolo though before we
no,
just
okay,
move back.
Paolo's great. Paolo's great, and I think he'll have a great career. But I do think that if we're talking about
So
someone having a better career, you know what I mean?
is it the chips that set Draymond? Like I'm talking about.
Let him
Paolo.
finish his point.
Well,
It's the-
I just want to ask about Paolo. For Paolo, before because we're gonna move past him and talk about them, Draymond Green.
Yeah.
I'm asking for Paolo. Like, do you not think he can get the chips, or you think he won't get enough accolades to match the chips? Like, what is it with him?
He has to win 2 chips. I don't think
think-
he'll win 2 chips.
I think
Why do you
that
think it's two?
Draymond's
If he wins one as the one, you don't
Because
think
you
that's
said Pau Gasol.
Because then
Pau
he gets a
Gasol's the standard.
Hassan, then he gets a Finals MVP in that regard. You get what that means? That's better than Pau and Draymond.
Okay,
Because
yes.
he's the one.
So you think he's gonna win a chip?
No, but Bez is saying if
Why?
he gets one.
Like
Here's
I
a
don't
better
understand why you're
question.
arguing. Wait up. Let me finish. I don't understand why you're arguing for Paolo if you don't think he's gonna win. Why talk about him?
We're giving him
Why?
a chance because we're saying
I think he
if
can win.
Okay,
But
you
this
think
is a
he can.
prediction.
He
This is a
doesn't.
projection.
because we're saying I want to talk about it because it's a good topic. It's if he ends up winning a Finals MVP and the other players don't have it, does that warrant him to bypass them?
I don't believe he would.
That's
He
the-
will, but I
but-
still don't think so because
But if he does, is he better than them both?
no, 1 is not enough.
One Finals MVP is not enough.
1 to 4.
I'll ask you this
4 chips.
follow-up question.
No.
Do you
Finals
think
MVP,
one,
Hassan.
one
Hassan.
chip as the guy is more impressive than 2 chips as the second guy? What's more impressive?
1 chip as a guy.
So that's good.
So why would you? I don't understand why you're taking Gasol over Paolo
Yeah.
if he wins that championship. Like theoretically, if he wins the one as the guy.
I just
versus
don't think he
Gasol.
would.
That's what he just said. He said
Okay, I
one
mean-
is more
But we're
important than
asking
2.
if this is a hypothetical. I know. Don't say I don't want to talk about. But we're talking about hypotheticals.
That's what I'm saying. That's
So
the
if
point.
Paolo,
The point is
'cause
like
you just said.
All right, no,
one is
forget
be-
that. Move on to this. Why don't you think he can win one? Is a better question because I understand the point. You don't think he will. Why don't you think he
The
can
league's
He's
win?
the talent of the league. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think he
You
can
don't
be a
think
1
he
in
can-
the
You don't think he
NBA.
can improve to the point to be like a go-to guy on a championship?
No.
team? You just don't. think he
SGA
can.
got to that good. Why can't he? I don't
We'll
get it.
see. We'll see. I
I
think
mean,
Paolo
yeah,
could be
that's
that.
fair because I
personally.
didn't think
could.
SGA would be this good. But
Exactly.
Paulo can. We'll see.
that's what I'm saying.
but I
Like
don't think
things
he
are
can.
possible.
Okay.
We're not saying things are impossible, but it's like, do we think that he will?
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is a good
that's
topic.
what
This is
I'm
a good
saying.
dialogue.
Maybe I'm
This
just
is
higher
a
on
good
This is a
Paolo.
good dialogue.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is a good
yeah. I just
dialogue.
One as a guy is not comparable to 4 as a.
I think
Go
I do
back
think
to
that
your
I do
point.
think that Draymond he does deserve 75 is a crazy ass number.
All right,
But he
change
does
that.
deserve a lot. He does deserve a lot of credit because although like
I'll
you know
give
what I
him
mean,
30.
like a lot of stats can sometimes be glorified. Like Draymond has been affecting things on the court like far more than people really give him credit
I
for,
definitely
and that's
agree
been
with
his
that.
that's been his main like claim to fame is
Yeah.
that like he impacts the games far more than what the box score will actually show you. You know what I mean? And not everybody's gonna go and watch advanced stats, you know. And that's not advanced stats don't win you awards at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that he's contributed so much to those teams that he deserves to be known as like, you know, he is an important piece to that team, and I think that should be credited appropriately at least. You know, I don't think that one chip as a dude would overcome 4 of them, but I think a cup. I mean, you know, if somebody won 2 Finals MVPs, maybe I would, but like just one chip. I don't think it would, and I don't think Paolo is really in a position, at least right now. Obviously, anything could happen. Anyone could he could just all of a sudden end up on a super team somehow. You know what I mean? Like things
but
could happen. But
even sorry to add
like-
to your point, the 2022 chip for the Warriors, you could argue that Draymond was the second best player on that team.
I have a
damn
question.
near besides Poole, yeah.
Oh, you could
I
argue
have a
Wiggins
question.
was too, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wiggins too.
Are you both agree that one chip as the main guy doesn't make someone better than Draymond Green, or it depends on the guy?
No,
No.
one chip definitely not, but 2, yes.
So Giannis is not better than Draymond.
He has 2 chips. Oh,
No,
he has
no.
1 chip.
Well, he has an
2
MVP,
MVPs.
bro.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's 2 MVPs.
If
is-
Paolo
Two
was
do-
MVP,
two DPOYs,
if Paolo
10
was the
times-
MVP,
All types of
yeah,
all
changes
NBAs,
the-
like,
It
yeah,
changes
yeah,
the
yeah.
conversation for sure.
Okay, so
I
if
think
Paolo
about
gets a chip and MVP,
it. Chip MVP, 10-time All-Star, maybe
Like
some
couple
DPOYs,
Yeah, yeah.
All NBAs. Yeah, it changes
Well, I don't
the
think
conversation.
DPOY.
Well, yeah, he
those
may
are-
not
For
have
Dame,
the
for what
DPOYs,
Dame
but-
has right now, I don't think he'll ever surpass Draymond Green.
okay.
And his impact on basketball is not as big as Draymond Green's.
If Dame wins a chip and a Finals MVP, would your thoughts change at all? or
No,
no?
I
You
still-
still think? Okay.
yeah.
To me, it would, in my opinion. I feel like if you have a chip as the guy and plus all those like All NBA accolades, like those are important as well. I feel like maybe not surpass, but at the very least you should be equal because you're doing the same. I feel like your responsibility is different, but you have just as big of an impact. It's just in different ways. Because Draymond, like I said, since he was surrounded with such good players, it allowed him to be him. Like Damian Lillard has to play, or a guy like Damian Lillard who has to play a certain way for his team to be successful. And I feel like, again, the chip is important as the guy. I feel like that would be the conversation at that point. But I think if you can do that, I think that's way more impressive than playing within a system when you can rely on like 3-4 All-Stars. You know
Or
what I mean?
Dirk.
What do you mean?
Pick Dirk or Draymond.
Yeah, that's a
All
let's
time?
That's even less than Giannis.
That's a
accolades.
good comparison.
He has no All
Who are you
NBAs.
taking, Dirk or
He has
or
no All
Draymond?
defenses. He has no
I'm taking
DPOYs.
Dirk. I'm taking Dirk.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has 14 All-Stars and he
Yeah, I
is
wanted to
a
say.
12-time All-NBA. Well, that's
Yeah.
OD.
Yeah, that's OD. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
He
gotta
has
take
one
Dirk.
MVP,
Even
right?
even with the
That's
one,
the
yeah.
MVP. Yeah.
Exactly.
Even
I'm
with
taking
just
Dirk.
the one chip and one.
So he's the
shit,
one
yeah.
guy with the one chip.
MVPs also count for a lot too.
Okay,
like,
so let's say Paolo has this career, but less All-Stars and All-NBA.
Like
Let's
eight,
say 10,
and 6.
10 to 8.
10,
Would he surpass Draymond?
10 All-Stars and 8 All-NBAs?
Yeah, so Dirk has 14 and 12, but Paolo has the MVP, the Finals MVP, but instead of 14 and 12, he has 10 and 8.
An MVP season as a
Like he has.
yeah,
he won
I think
MVP.
having an
Oh.
MVP season,
yeah, that'll help.
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, and a chip, yeah, that's
Would
for
that
sure.
be
Yeah.
enough to surpass Draymond? So
Yeah,
you said
yes,
that, okay.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
So the MVP and the chip is what you think would solidify.
Well,
MVP, in my opinion, like especially as time goes on, will mean more and more because it's so well. Jokic keeps winning them, but like,
Jokic.
but at the end of the day, the league is so talented that it's
One
hard,
guy
to,
gets the
hard to win
MVP.
an MVP at all.
One guy gets the
It's hard to
MVP.
win an
Unless you're
MVP and a
Jokic.
championship.
Yeah.
So you'll 100% be.
I think
playing
that hasn't
with
happened in
I
like
think-
9 years.
I
But
think
Damian Lillard, he's proven that he can't win as a 1, and if he wins as a 2, then the
I'm more so
conversation's all
asking about
different.
Paolo. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think Dame is kind of like he's on a tail end, so he's like it's harder for him to be a number 1 at this point. Like,
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm saying.
he isn't a number 1.
He would have to. He would have to have like a 32 to 35 piece in
Yeah.
the finals and win a chip to like for that to. He would have to be the guy in the finals. You know, even if he's not the guy the whole year, if he steps up as the guy in the finals and
That'd be
has a,
sick.
you know what I mean? Then it's like
Next
okay,
year.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's just interesting because like the main question I had was like as 4 chips as a role player, albeit like a superstar role player, like how many act or what type of career would you have to surpass like a superstar role player versus just a star player individually?
What Dray-
That's
One
why
chip and
when
a-
you said MVP and
And
a
a
chip.
chip, that's it.
I like
yeah.
the take. I
What
like
puts
the take.
Draymond up there too, especially like not only just winning is that he does have those DPOYs. Like that's a big accolade.
And all
Being the
defensive teams.
like having he has 3 or how many?
DPOYs?
Yeah.
2, I think. 1
2?
or 2.
I'm
Yeah,
like
2.
but having DPOYs is a big deal. Like that's a best of a league, best in the league stat. You know what I mean? A best in the league accolade, which should be counted as big deals. So I feel like it shows that he was in a system, but he wasn't just like there. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not even
the
saying the
court.
system hurt him. I'm just saying like he was allowed to play his role to the max of his abilities because
Yeah.
like the supporting cast was so good.
Yeah,
You know
1 DPOY.
Mm.
who is that?
Draymond, 1 DPOY.
Yeah.
you could
One
say.
steals
Bro, how
champ,
many
one
all in
depoy.
defense? Like,
8.
So
twice?
8 All
Yeah.
NBA
Yeah.
defenses.
He was probably like the first team on all.
He was 2 All NBA
or,
players
like damn near all.
Yeah, 2 All-NBAs. 2.
for
See?
for a super role
The
player.
only the one thing I'll say, I mean,
as a
this,
role player, all NBA. I mean,
I
Yeah,
just like
2
to
of
see.
them, 2
I like
seasons.
to see how people, not just Warriors fans, other people view like want to count Draymond's career because yes, he has the
it's a
deep
very
boys.
unique career.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not normal for like a Hall of
We
Famer
mean-
to
they meme
basically never average.
Yeah.
10
They
points.
meme about the triple single all the time, like all the time on ETN, all that stuff. But this man is like gonna be a Hall of Famer for sure.
No,
Yeah.
For being a
Without
depoy,
doubt.
all
easily,
NBA,
yeah.
all like playmaking steals, like he's gonna make it. But I
It
love
is a
seeing
good
where people-
conversation to see, though, like
rank
Damian
him.
Lillard's impact compared to Draymond's in basketball.
I like seeing where people rank Draymond Green compared to other like Hall of Fame caliber players too. So
No, yeah,
or other
Draymond.
all-time greats. You know?
I just think of like Draymond Green is tough because the winning is obviously so important and his impact is so much bigger than numbers. But it's like a lot of guys just asked to do more and more on their plate. Like, and some of the guys that have achieved similar heights, it's like, do you value because he was winning the chips, or the guy that may have not won the chips, but he was doing way more. You know,
That's
I have
what-
a cool
that's what I
question.
think.
I have a cool question.
That's the game.
I don't know if this is a cool question
Yeah.
actually. Does any MVP have a better career than Draymond Green ever? Any MVP? Past
What?
like the 80s.
Derrick
Wait, what do you
Rose,
mean?
no.
Past
Wait,
the
what?
80s.
And does any have a better?
Does like
or
any
worse?
MVP,
What do you mean worse?
the worst MVP have a better career than Draymond?
Draymond or
But let's
D-Rose?
exclude
Derrick
D
Rose.
Rose. Let's exclude D
D-Rose.
Rose. Let's exclude D Rose.
Oh, then no.
Wait,
I can't think of
is
one.
Allen Iverson better than Draymond Green?
That's a good
I
question.
think he is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
he
think
has
of the
a better-
lowest MVP we can get to like.
There's worse MVP.
Garnett?
Nah, yeah,
Garnett's
you gotta
better,
take,
right?
You
No,
gotta
Garnett's
take.
100% better.
Oh, he's a top
Yeah.
20 player. What am I tripping on?
I think I'll take AI.
over
I
Draymond.
feel like AI is
Yeah.
a good one. For like until
Nash.
Close.
What about Nash?
No, Nash got 2 MVPs.
Nash,
taking
yeah.
We got
Nash.
two. We got two.
Nash.
We got two. Who am I? I'm just trying to think of the
Nash
MVPs.
was like Curry before Curry.
Yeah.
Let me just go down the list. I can't remember. I want
It's
to
gonna-
see.
I mean, the only ones I would probably
Karl
is some
Malone.
old ass ones. No.
Carmelo's definitely better.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we don't stand Carmelo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Therefore,
Bleep that
Draymond
nigga's
needs
name. Bleep his name. He can't.
Don't look at like the
Beat
50s
Malone.
dudes.
I'm finna
'cause,
pass
I know.
on
I
his
know.
body.
I
I'm
wanna go
John
past, like,
Stockton.
70s. I want to go past like 70s.
Like who is Derrick Rose? Like Derrick Rose is gonna be the only MVP that might not make the Hall of Fame just because.
Because of his career, yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to exclude him because he's not.
Everyone else is like a bona fide Hall of
Yeah.
Famer. You know what I mean? That's one, everyone
Okay.
MVP. If I'm not mistaken,
fuck?
right?
Go up.
The fuck am I? Okay. Okay.
Joel Embiid or
better,
Draymond
better,
Green?
better.
Draymond Green has a better career than Joel.
Right now,
Right now,
yeah.
career-wise,
I might
yeah.
have to agree.
Right now, yeah.
I might have to agree. What about Westbrook? Westbrook, right?
No, I put Draymond Green over Russell Westbrook.
Really?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
Ooh, I don't know
Yeah.
about
I'm
that.
a little bit of a Westbrook hater, but
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, because
I
that's
know.
my
I'm
whole
giving it to
point
Russ.
when it comes to like the better career. I'm like I weigh winning in accolades much more than like stats. You know,
I
what
feel
mean?
like
Career,
I think
yeah.
that's it.
Career, yes.
You know what I mean?
Player,
Because
no.
we're
I think
talking
that's
about
us.
because we're talking about
Us.
who will have a better
That's
at the
it.
end. Like the question is who will have a
Because
better
everyone's
career
like
by the
Michael
end of it.
Jordan.
You know what I
who
mean?
will be
Oh, 'cause
looked
they
at
have
more
4 of
fondly,
them,
right?
Yeah, so I'm like, if winning in accolades mean a lot, you know, compared
Yeah,
to
I mean,
when someone's like, oh,
championships
who's a
are
better
more
player?
legendary, right?
I'm gonna say Dame's a better player. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he averages 30. You know, he's a better
Yeah,
player,
he's a better
basketball
player.
player. But like,
Career.
when we're talking about who will have a better career, you gotta weigh those
Oh,
chips.
yeah.
Like he has 4 chips on his record. You know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean? Like,
does.
I feel like Draymond and Russell Westbrook are such polar opposites. Where Westbrook is all stats, but it doesn't translate to winning.
Wins,
Where
yeah.
Draymond is no stats, but it's all winning. You
Yeah,
know?
so I'd rather have a
It's
Draymond
like-
career.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like, which
like,
career would you rather have?
when you talk about career wise, I'm taking
Yeah, I'm taking
the wins
Draymond.
I'm
and
thinking
stuff.
Draymond. I think
Lucky ass dude is in the Warriors, bro. That's
it's like
It's not luck, bro.
it's like Russell.
bro, if I was born, okay.
Dude, he has 2 chips without him, though.
You know how I see
They should have
Draymond,
3.
You know how I see
Like,
Draymond's chips?
if you
know
take
how I
away
see Draymond's
KD,
chips, you're gonna get mad. Watch. I see Draymond. You know Draymond has 4 chips, right? And if he's like 20% factor in all of them, well, even less for the KD ones. Draymond realistically has like 1.25 chips, Hassan. Like
That's
real
not true.
chips. Like
Without
real
Kevin
chips.
Durant, he,
No, but like real chips. Like he's
you're not
not
even letting me talk.
You know what? I thought
Real
you
Oh
were.
my goodness.
Weren't you the only one that told me there's fake rings in the NBA? Oh, Kobe didn't earn these ones.
no
dude.
fake.
I never
rings.
said Kobe didn't
except the
earn any of his
Raptors.
rings.
Oh, Kobe's 3-peat
I
doesn't
think
count.
Draymond deserves a lot of credit for the first and the
He
fourth.
said that before.
And if
The second and
the,
third,
the
I mean,
Warriors
like,
won, or sorry, the Warriors. The
KD
one
is
that,
KD. Like KD's
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? Like
still 2 is a
even
lot.
if
You gotta have
Draymond,
those.
he just didn't have to do it.
Even
you
if
know
he
what I
didn't
mean?
play,
Like,
they would have won the series. I'm gonna be honest.
Which one?
The one
with
with
KD.
Yeah, so okay, if you take away the KD ones, he still has 2.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
like
yeah.
And
I'm
then
saying he
half those
deserves
is
massive.
the
He
main
deserves a
man.
lot of
What do
credit
you
for the
mean,
first
half
and the
those?
fourth. And he still deserves credit for the second and third, but it's just like, come on now. Like,
It wasn't as important,
Yeah.
crucial for him to do his thing.
But to be fair, though,
Here's how you do
we
the
don't know
math.
if they would have won with
Here's
or
how you do the
without
math.
KD.
I'll show
Because
you.
it still would have been
Listen.
like LeBron, the Warriors, and Cavs.
yeah, no, I don't think they would have won without KD. Honestly,
You don't think they would have won another one?
no.
They could have.
didn't Draymond say they needed him, or who said
Yeah.
Yeah, Draymond did.
They said
That's
that. They said that they after that they said they weren't gonna beat him like without.
if you do 2 real
I- yeah, I
chips
think it
times
would've been tough,
0.33.
I'm
yeah,
done.
Yeah,
that's
but
like a
he has
mental
60
thing. Like
He has
you know what I mean?
yes
I mean,
60% of the ring.
In the finals, like-
it's tough to come back from.
Yeah, and they're probably only gonna make moves to get better. You know, in the offseason.
I don't know. Well, the 2022 one solidified everything, I guess, in my opinion.
I think that was probably one of the most
With
impressive
him and
chips
Curry
for their.
stepped up.
You know,
Yeah.
because the first one, like, all power to him, but like stuff happened that
Yeah.
made it a little
And
easier.
we could say
to
the
win
same
chip,
thing for
you know what I mean?
2016, so that's why it's like cancels out. 'Cause
Yeah.
He got.
I mean, he did
ejected
himself.
Well, I mean that's
But, yeah.
self-inflicted, but yeah, but
yeah,
so I think that
Olynyk isn't self-inflicted.
the 2022 chip is especially Curry's most impressive chip in my opinion.
Me too.
You know.
I
It's a
feel
good
like
conversation, though.